A man's wealth in ancient Egypt was measured in cattle. A wealthy estate would have a great herd of cattle. This one is being counted for taxation purposes. We see on the left a scribe with his papyrus roll and his palette tucked under his right arm. Ancient Egypt was an extremely bureaucratic society, focused very much on the collection of taxes. Two types of cattle are distinguished in ancient Egyptian art, longhorn and shorthorn. And around 1500 BC, the humped zebu was introduced from Syria as a draft animal. The scenes on the walls of the ancient Egyptian tombs are lively. They express the animal world so very beautifully. We can see the ancient Egyptian cattle herder using a calf in order to compel the livestock to cross the river. Pasture cattle would have been branded with the mark of their owner. The ancient Egyptians used cattle in agriculture to pull the plough. Milk was important to the ancient Egyptians. We see a cow being milked in this tomb scene. Sometimes we can look inside the ancient Egyptian cattle sheds. A model showing cattle confined to stables for fattening and slaughter. And of course the butchery scenes. The animal was lassoed and wrestled to the ground. It was laid on its back with its feet trussed or held still by the butcher's assistant. The throat of the animal was turned to one side and cut, severing the carotid artery. Its blood was drained from its body by pumping its foreleg, preventing spoilage of the meat. The favoured part of the animal was the foreleg. It often appears in ritual scenes, an offering to the gods. The ancient Egyptians called goats and sheep small cattle. We see some goats in the top right corner here. They were kept for their meat, milk, skin and wool. They were also used for threshing. Sometimes we see some unexpected animals in the scenes of animal husbandry. Hyenas being force-fed. And we also have evidence for the ancient Egyptians keeping pigs. Very often, this scene is interpreted as a piglet being fed by mouth. Perhaps, although we have evidence for pigs being kept on farms, perhaps it's more likely that this is a young puppy being fed by mouth.